Imagine, folks, you're a family, and your young daughter has recently died. Didn't even make it to 25 years old. I want you to imagine that. What if it was you? And you come to find out that a lot of what happened to her was caused by one person. Someone older than her by many years. A full-fledged adult who started dating your daughter, grooming your daughter when she was 15 years old. Do you remember 15? I remember 15. I wasn't dating at 15. I was in the 9th grade in New Jersey, American school, of course. I was 15. At that age, yes, of course, I liked girls. I was 15. But I wasn't an adult, and I wasn't very smart, and I could have been easily manipulated. Luckily, I wasn't. But again, imagine this is you. Your daughter was. And then down the road, this adult loses interest in your daughter as your daughter gets older. And eventually, he just breaks up with her. Then imagine some legal issue happens to your daughter. And it involves this adult. And this adult has the ability to at least look into it. Perhaps take care of it, or perhaps set it in motion in a right direction. But he chooses to ghost your daughter, to completely ignore your daughter, completely. And then everybody else that she knows from the same organization as this adult, all of a sudden, who she's had contact with, all of a sudden, stops communicating with her. But let's go back just to before that. And when your daughter makes it known very briefly that this adult, in fact, had been in a relationship with her, this adult and his organization vehemently deny that there was ever a relationship. Ever. Causing much grief to be thrown upon your daughter. Your daughter calls, texts, tries to get in touch with this person. Completely ghosted, completely ignored, no answer. So later down the road, this very daughter of yours, who's not even 25, unlives herself. And does so on this adult's birthday. So, what do you do? What do you do? Well, people who are backing that adult seem to think that you should remain quiet. They really want you to just go away and say absolutely nothing. Now they'll say it differently. They'll say things like, oh, well, why didn't you simply go to the police with any evidence you have of a crime? Well, what if the statute of limitations is up? What do you do then? This adult definitely groomed your daughter as a minor. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You have the proof. But you're supposed to be quiet, you see. Don't take it public. Keep it to yourself and give it to the police. And probably what would happen if that were the case is the police would look at it quietly and say, well, there's really no crime here. Case closed. End of story. Your daughter and you get no justice. And that adult gets to continue in his wonderful life. Yeah. And I say wonderful life because that individual has lots of money, lots of fame, and he could have gone on as if nothing ever happened. And that's what his followers wanted you to do, Mom and Dad. So, Mom and Dad, if you're out there saying they should have kept quiet, I'm going to ask you, what would you do? Would you keep quiet? Would you handle it behind the scenes? Knowing that this very man and his organization ensured that your daughter did not have things handled behind the scenes. They made sure that it was public and that she was castigated heavily for something like, I don't know, posting a picture. That's it. Posting a picture and taking it down pretty quickly too. But yeah, she the hate that came on your daughter for that was insane. You see, that to this guy and his organization and his followers was okay. But for you to turn around and say, your turn, bucko. We have the goods on you, bucko. And all you asked for was a sincere apology that you never got. Still haven't gotten. Would you keep quiet? I'm serious. Would you keep quiet? I guarantee you, I'm going to tell you how I feel. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would go after that man with everything in my power. I would humiliate him tenfold. That man helped unlive my daughter. No doubt. And I knew that. And I could prove that. No doubt. I would humiliate him tenfold. I would do everything in my power to make sure he never works in his chosen industry again. And then I would make sure that he didn't work anywhere else again like he did to my daughter. Yeah. So, there you have it, folks. I'm asking you, if you were a mom and dad in this situation, a feral cat walking by, if you were in this situation, what would you do? I've told you what I would do. And like I said, everything I have would go public. Everything. If it humiliates him, go in public. If I'm her dad, the young man is lucky to be breathing. But I'm not her dad. And there's not much I can do about that. Father-daughter relationship is special. Father-son relationships are cool too. But father-daughter relationships are special. And that is why I would do what I said I would do. So, I'm going to start my truck here and get ready to go. And see what happens next.
Why would you have 1,400 people?
there was a weird guy walking by a second time, so I don't know what that was about. Anyway, that's it for that one. What would you do? I know what I would do. Granddaddy P signing out.